Evening, Sketty Meatball. Fancy seeing you here. Hope you're well. Ooh, I'm hardly in the camera. What's going on with that? There we go. Are you well? I mean, it was a day. Yeah, it was. It was okay. It was okay. My boss was great. Um, Good to hear. Good to hear. So the meeting went well, and then there was a bit of rubbish news later on to ruin it. Um, so yeah, but I'm here to push through, do some art, calm down, and have a nice time with lovely people like you, Stacey. So so yeah, it was. Yasmin got second. That means Sketty can still get the other one. Yasmin, fancy seeing you here. Damn it, Yasmin. No. It's all good, Stacey. Look, I'll talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Yasmin has done it again. She slam dunked all three. She's showing up my lack of technical prowess. She hasn't even said anything in the chat yet. She's just gone straight for first, second, third, and grabbed them. All hers. So yeah, I was struggling to I was struggling with what my thoughts were, because if you'd asked me this afternoon before about 3 o'clock, I'd have said it was a decent day, and that actually going and speaking to my boss was brilliant, and it had really helped. Number one. And you've done the secret code to unlock free access to all of the streams of Groggy Boggy. Well done. You are trapped there forever. Post the link in the Discord, which I haven't updated the thing yet. Oh, for God's sake. So Twitter's doing a weird thing where it keeps telling me I'm posting everything twice, but I'm literally clicking post once. Yeah. So, where's this? That's really weird. It's lost paint. Let's try again. You guys can't see paint, can you? Right, I'll do window capture instead. No, not a window capture. A display capture. External monitor. There we go. Right. So there's that, and then I've disappeared. So move down. Okay, that's order, move down. Do I need to send it to the back? I've just realised they're in there. There we go. I've just realised that they're listed. Hey, Andrea B. Fancy seeing you here. And do you know what, Andrea? Hey, Gen UFC boss. Fancy seeing you here. Thank you. I'll explain in a second. Let me just sort out Andrea B. As the first non-VIP to chat in the chat. You have successfully secured, I can't even talk, VIP status. Congratulations. Now, I would say don't get too attached to it. It is just Andrea B, isn't it? Andrea B, yeah. VIP, number 29 of the 40 we have available. Now, the jeopardy is... There's your diamond. Enjoy. The jeopardy is that if you look at the channel point redeem for Glimmer, for anyone that gets 25,000 points, they can remove VIP from another VIP. At that point, it's the Hunger Games. I've been saying this for a few streams now, and people are getting it. Hopefully, people are securing points. Are you getting points? So I know Sketty used some of his points for a commission, and so he's on the commission list. But yeah, let's deal with the original elephant in the room. So I obviously called into Ian's very early stream, so you won't have caught it. And I was getting up to go to work to have a chat with my manager because when we spoke on Friday, I said that I'm feeling a bit flat. Hey, Clarabelle, fancy seeing you here. Was feeling a bit flat at work. And the situation we're in is since September last year, I've been doing his job and he's been doing his boss's job. And he's not being paid any extra money. And neither am I. Now, mine's slightly easier situation because in keeping the money I was being paid anyway, including my shift allowance, I'm actually earning about what I'd be being paid for his job. He's a lot worse off. He's a significant amount of money down on what the job pays for the role he's covering. So let's just say, having another conversation today, motivation's lacking for the pair of us. But we had a good, set the worlds to rights, talked for probably 2 hours. He reassured me I was doing a really good job, which is always nice to hear. Hey Liam, fancy seeing you here. And that he really valued my contribution, always good to hear as well. And yeah, all was well with the world. Now, as you know, I can only say I work for the government, and given the state of the economy, there's been some doubt over a performance-related pay. Not something that I count on. I can only say that I work for the government, Yasmin. Those are the rules. That's as much as I can say. So there is a degree of performance-related pay. Now, like I say, that's been in some doubt, and then we've had the announcement about it today, and we are getting some performance-related pay, which you would think, well, why is that a bad thing? We've gone through our performance ranking system, and I've been doing, in the opinion of my manager and his peers, I've been doing a good enough job that I got the very highest box marking, which is brilliant, and was, I was very happy about. And then they've told us today that they're just paying everyone who got everybody who got all of the box markings other than the very bottom one are getting the same. So I'm getting the same amount of money as a person who was going to get no money. And it's significantly less than the system that was in place. Yeah. So, hey Katie, fancy seeing you here. So that's been a little, taken the shine off a little. Yeah. So having sort of been rejigged and sort of got over the demotivation that was Friday, sort of was back up there and raring, not exactly raring to go, but at least got a way forward that it wasn't horrendous. Kind of taking the shine off. But there we go. There we go. I am still very fortunate. There's a lot of people who aren't working. Evening Vision VC, fancy seeing you here. I've got a job that pays very well. I'm still getting some money, and it's still a big chunk of money. So I feel a bit churlish, but I can't help feeling, what was the point of working so hard when they're only going to give me the same as somebody who, under the box marking system, has failed. And yet they're selling it as a positive, that this is the way forward. You know, and a big part is the moving the goalposts, changing what the criteria was after the game had finished. You know, the reporting year was April to March, and they tell us in June, oh, you know that year you did where we said we were going to pay you this? Well, actually, we're not. Exactly, Stacey. Yeah, yeah, and yeah. And look, the reality is, I'm only stepping up because I like my boss and I like working for him. It's not like working for him; it's like working with him. And he picked me to that one, and we both said we would have been all right working for each other because we got on. We're mates. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'd consider us mates. And I didn't want some of the alternatives of who I could work with or work for. Thanks, Katie. Pippa might be a brighter host today. Let's just say I did it so I was still working for him. That's the way to put it. Yeah, yeah. And I left. I've talked a little bit about this on stream before. I left my sales job because I got absolutely screwed over on commission. And we landed a £45 million contract and should have had, I think it was 70 grand or something. Life-changing amount of money. And I got 8. Well, that's the other thing, Stacey. So we don't know. We still don't know. We still don't know. The only positive thing is I don't have to get up at 4:45 to do an early shift on this in my current thing. It's daytime hours generally. I mean, I got up at 6:30 today to get there early. I've got no idea what this music is, by the way. I just put on some painting music. So the only thing that I don't want to do is the early shifts. I don't mind the 9 o'clock in the evening finishes. Might impact streaming. But yeah, I mean, it's small violin stuff. I've probably doing this job because I do less on call, less overtime, a lot less. It's probably costing me money anyway, so it is costing me money doing it, but it's not about the money. But anyway, enough of that. Needless to say, I've come on here to, firstly, I've got 2 people who spent their hard-earned glimmer, their channel points on commissions, and they are Georgie K34, also known as KT, and Sketty Meatball, who's in the stream. Both of them are in the stream. Also, I haven't updated it yet, but I do have some wine, and I shall be having a glass or 2 or 3. So we better edit that first, so you can actually see what I'm drinking. I quite like this one. It's making me bop slightly. Fancy seeing you here, Linny. So we're gonna do Katie's first because I think it's slightly simpler. Now there's also, if you've seen the tweets, you may have seen that there's a bit of exciting news as well. There we go. There's Katie's custom command there. Katie would like to know if anyone wants a full way. So we have got Grant Burge, League of 3, 2019 Shiraz from the Limestone Coast, Barossa Valley. Possibly my favourite valley. My favourite vale is McLaren Vale. Let's see what it says. I'm going to Google it, see if I can get it. To copy rather than Grant Burge, League of Three, Shiraz. Tasting notes. I should have put tasting notes in mine. Here we go. Okay, what? Okay, tell me about this particular wine, you stupid thing. I'm so confused. I don't want to. For goodness sake. Here we go, Veosaurus. I don't know whether Jenna's here yet. Not very good at golf. You gonna play golf? Here we go. I think this is a brilliant summary. I haven't even tasted it yet. I still think it's a brilliant summary. And save. Right, now you can exclamation point wine. Off you go to your heart's content. Welcome to Jim Googling wine tasting notes. So, of course, we need to let it breathe. Jenna's not here, Katie. I don't know why. Okay, cheers, Jasmine. Have a good one. So the exciting, as I was saying, if you'd seen the tweet, I have been commissioned by not one, but two top tier streamers. Now, for those who are a fan of Marbs, you may know the name Jensen Rose. And for those who are the fan of chairs, you may know the name MZ Plays. And MZ Plays was in the chat playing Marbs with Jensen Rose at the same time as I was, just a short while ago, earlier this evening. And Jensen Rose has a, I think it's Channel Point redeemed. It's not Glimmer, not Bits, for a techno chicken track, and she has a separate one for a chicken dance. And then they, MZ was moaning that there was no. We may get some Marbs this evening, Visionary Soup. They are both amazing. So they were saying, well, we haven't got a chicken emote. And Jensen apparently has unlocked another emote slot, so has a spare one. I do recommend Jensen, Linny. It's more high octane than when we play Marbs. At very tight timers. She does a thing called the Hundo, where it does 100 races. So we're basically drawing a pixel art chicken, probably squawking. We may get to it today. I think we probably should get to it today. So a pixel art chicken for MZ Plays and Jensen. Yeah, I've done it a couple times to Clarabelle, and she's always so receptive to the raiders. She's like a ray of sunshine, she really is. And MZ's just nuts. I've never raided MZ because I've never been on that late. One day maybe. Let's do some later. Well, if I have to start streaming after a 9 PM shift, I won't be starting until 10. Pixel art chicken. MZ Plays. Yeah, Real Professor Beard. Yeah, because he's one of Jensen's. We were chatting the other day because he's one of Jensen's mods. He's a bit more chilled, isn't he? So there we go. Oh, you're just watching the news? Anything good, Jen? Can you give us a summary? Right, let's pour this so you can all give it a sniff. I've got so many different sized glasses. I never know whether I poured. Do you want to just give that a sniff? Sorry, I'll swirl it. In fact, give this a. Oh, dearie me. Oh, it's not very Shirazi. Oh, it's very light for a Shiraz. There is a queue. I mean, that's out of date, Stream Elements. How dare you? We've got a queue of 3. It's 4 if you count MZ and Jensen as a separate one each, even though it's the same bit of work. So right, Katie. Katie has requested. Awesome. Awesome. Is the wine visible at all, or is it literally skull? Jenna going with the group hello there. Sorry, people. She's very busy. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you. Right. So we're doing Katie's first. So as everybody knows by now who's been here before, that we have a very particular method, which is we have a reference photo. So Katie has not been overly specific. Just giving me rough things to go on. So there's 2 things that Katie loves, and that is Pokemon, and she loves pigs. So she said I could go for either. Skull. Awesome. I need to move my cam down. What? Was it because I was leaning down, or because you can't see enough of Pippa? Is it you can't see enough of Pippa? Is that better? I mean, this is quite. Welcome to quite an adult stream. We'll fast forward that. I'm sure it would have been fine. I'm sure you wouldn't have minded. Is that better? Is that framed well enough for you? So I thought we'd go for the original pig Pokemon and draw you a Spoink. You missed me moaning about work, Lenny. Ian was very supportive. He was great, actually. He was great in mod chat as well. So we're going to try and draw you a Spoink. So hopefully that works. Let's get a more pixel arty sized. Right, I'll put that there, and then I'm going to do this, wasn't I? With this new trick. Oh, it doesn't do it. There we go. And then if we minimize, there we go. And we can record it when we need to. It's not going to be this size, so let's. MZ Plays. Fancy seeing you here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I've already announced that you've made a commission. I'm glad you're here to give some direction. I don't know what kind of pixel art chicken you're looking for. But thank you for being here. Cool. Have a think what you want from your chicken. I don't know whether you've consulted Jensen, but I think you're the creative director of the emote, so you let me know what you want. Right. Get rid of that. Now we're working in pixels, so it can't be too big. So I think when we did, I think we did 64 by 64 for. Why don't I check what size Flosses was? Because you want to be able to use it as an avatar, don't you, Katie? I think is the whole point. Oh, okay, so Flosses was 56 by 72. Let's go for that again. It was a lot of, oh, not 586, no, 72. Oh, it's a good start. 72. Now lock the aspect ratio. I'm just going to crack the window slightly. It's not too many noisy children about. And then we need pencil pen. Now, I have added some new. I've added some new sound alerts. If you'd like to go and see what they are, if it appears, has it appeared? Is it on? And the reason I've added those is I didn't think there was anything that was really doing justice. So I'm just going to pause the painting music. I'm going to turn myself down, and let's get this art stream off to the right start. There we go. And it also quite handily uses all of the time. So now they may get lost if we're having the music on. That is a very long one, Lenny. I know I've given some very reasonable prices now. I've John Cena's reduced in price, Katie. Just saying, because you're moaning about it. So yeah, we haven't got any big 251s. We've even dropped the Disney Barbershop Happy Birthday. That was like 350. That's 125 now. That's our most expensive one. So there we go. But enjoy if you wish. It was just on the sound alerts, Liam. I just went looking. I put in art first, then I put paint, and I thought, I wonder if there's any Bob Ross ones. And lo and behold, there was Bob. So there should be. Oh, don't say it's doing this to me, Lenny. There should be a little purple sound alerts icon underneath the window. Now they are bits, not glimmer. Just to say. So no, there's no pressure. But if you're feeling it's particularly funny. Oh yeah, Bob Ross is global. Bob Ross is global. Evening Gatford, fancy seeing you here. Right. Let's get a vote in the chat. Do we want the music back on that was on? Or do we want the Spotify back on? Or are we happy without it? Let me know in the chat and let's get started. So one of the things I picked up from Bob was he very much, we all know he goes to at the beginning.
And his name is John C.
Of course. Thank you for the bits, Katie. Thank you. So one of the things he does is he gets his palette out at the beginning and he goes, we've got Jen will tell you what they are. So I'm not gonna butcher the names because Jen will tell me off. But he goes through all the colours that you need, which was a great tactic for selling more of his paint. I mean, you could probably get some tablets for that, Gatford, if you've not been able to get in with the GP. You could just leave me on a lurk. Up to you. No pressure, because I'm not actually chasing anything. But there we go. So he puts these colours down. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to build the colours up on the bottom of it. Taking a week off to watch. So we're going to need some shades of grey. We're going to need some shades of pink, and I think we've already got black. So yeah, so pinks and greys. That's what we need. This wine is nice, but it's clearly giving me indigestion. Would not recommend. So we've got a grey, we've got a darker grey, but we're going to need more than that, even though it's pixel art. I mean, the last one was a no sports ball. This one can be sports ball. Off you go. If you want to talk about sports ball in the chat, I take it nobody was bothered about having the music on. Do you want 5 live on for the football commentary? Would that keep you here, Gatford? Sorry, I should be more welcoming to the Ford family, shouldn't I? Welcome, dear brother. Brother? You're my brother? My uncle? You're not my father. So there we go. If anybody wants to be the stream's live football correspondent, then please put it in chat. Jenna's dying to time some out. So if I put 5 live commentary on, you would stay. Seriously. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, greys. So we've got our basic. That's the dark grey, and I'm going to try and run them in. So we'll start with the light grey out here somewhere. Well, I mean not right in the corner, because that'd be ridiculous. Because it looks like the page is gone. But we're basically going to build up our palette. So we need to pop in some different greys so that we can just pick them up again. We'd probably need a darker one, so we'll just head down a little bit. I'm going to start with 4 greys. Why 4? Arbitrary. So then we need pink. So we've got our basic pink, and we're going to separate them because you don't want them mixing. TV on with no sound. Unbelievable. Undefined relationship. Fair enough. Right. Music would be fine. Let's go. You don't just want me. You don't just want me. What I might do is put that on. I'm just going to turn it down a little for me. And let me know if the levels aren't right. I think they should be. I haven't been accidentally... That was the end of the song, wasn't just... so they've got 3 shades of pink, so I think we should again go for 4. We need a lighter one than that, so we're going to head up into the higher registers of that. Mixing music and art. Let's go for an intermediate one with a little bit of grey for the edges. I clearly didn't leave enough space there, did I? So that's a slightly darker one. And then I want a slightly redder one. So there we go. And we've got black. Black's there all the time, so we don't need to worry about that. Hey MC, welcome back. Welcome back. We are currently drawing Georgie's commission, Georgie K. And we're drawing Spoink for Katie. And then, depending whether Sketty's lurking for the football, we'll do your commission straight after. So I'm going to try and work a bit quicker than normal. Right. So, there we go. We'll start from up here. We'll try and do the pink wall first. And then, we need white in there as well for the 3D-ness. And then work down from there. And hopefully leave enough room for the spoink. Can you not? Why on earth can you not see the... Where are we at? Do you know what it had done? Right. Seriously. Stream Elements OBS. So, you know how you had a black screen earlier because it couldn't find the game that is... It suddenly started working. So that's what I'm drawing. Spoink. Sorry, I paused. Can you not hear me? What have I lost now? I paused the music because someone was playing Titanic Flute. So that's Spoink. So you'll see it appearing and disappearing as I tab between the wrong windows. Right, so we're starting in the top right hand corner with the ball, and we're going to work down from there. Okay, thank you, Katie. Awesome. Thanks, Lenny. So the sounds should be a little... So on mine, you see that little purple icon there? That's underneath the window, or it might be, if you're on desktop, if you're on PC, it might be underneath the stream in the boxes. I honestly can't remember how I set it up, but that's the icon you're looking for. Sound alerts. If you haven't got them, you might need to refresh. And we give you permission to leave to refresh. That's all good. It's all good. And I wouldn't blame you if you didn't come back, if I'm quite honest. I quite like this song. Sorry, right. Should we start drawing, or we're never going to get to the chicken? Right, Liam's got them. It was a bit sketchy on the last one, Liam. Not everybody had got them. And then they disappeared for someone, and then I hadn't got them.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Can I turn them up so they are ridiculously loud? Right, let's see how ridiculously loud that is. There we go. Is that loud enough for you? Oh God. Right, let's draw a spoink. We haven't even done a pixel yet. We've been streaming for 40 minutes. This is like bloody Emsy in a naughty corner. Right, so it is light pink then darker. So we're starting from the light pink. Let's pick that up. Has that picked up the light pink? I don't think it has. God, there we go. Right. And we are that single pixel. Oh my God, what have we done? Created a monster. It has not picked that colour up. What? Like, what are you doing? Am I doing it the wrong way around? Have I forgotten how to do this? Linny's picked the best one. Why would it find that? Right, right. Why will it not? This is so annoying. Right, let's. I'll do it the way I was doing it before because this is annoying me. Right, we're starting with the light pink. Unbelievable, unbelievable. There, we've got a pixel. We're off. We're off. We're off to the races. Now we've got to try and build up a sphere. So we're gonna go for a sphere that has edges like that. It won't look like much like a sphere at the moment. Bear with. Bear with. We're getting rough outlines. Needs to be a lot bigger. It's important that you get to see the process clearly. It's a very flat sphere, isn't it? Thanks, Gatford. We've got lots of disruptive. Do you think Bob Ross ever had this? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The only thing making noise in Bob Ross was him beating the devil out of his brush. Yeah. So I'm not liking that corner, but we're just gonna we're gonna go for it, and then we're gonna beat the edges off it like Bob Ross's brush. Yeah. Let's go big. Let's go big. Starting to look like MZ's potato emote. Could have just clicked fill. Could have just clicked fill. Okay. MZ right about now is regretting even asking for a free commission for an emote. So we're going right to the edge of the frame. Right. Okay. Right. I'm starting to like it. You might not. I mean, I could cheat and just go. But that's not how I roll. I'm not far off. Kirby, exactly. That's what I was going for. Kirby. I watched Nintendo Direct the other day. Put your favourite E3. I'm not cheating. Exactly, Katie. I'm not cheating. Bob Ross wouldn't cheat. Right. Okay. Now we've gone too big. We've gone too big at the bottom. That's what I've realised. So Start applying the maths, and we'll be there. It's almost there. Can you see it? And then it is, I think it's 1 pixel off. So and then right now. You only did that anonymous. You coward. Whoever it is a coward. I know your game. Unbelievable. I reckon it's Katie just so she can't get told off spending too many bits. No, you better not. You better. Sweet Charlene does not need that kind of trauma. She already has to put up with your farts, MZ. That's sufficient poo particles. People, this is a chill stream. Look, what you spend your bits on is up to you, right? If you that one was you. Unbelievable. Right, so it ain't big enough. It ain't big enough. Look, it doesn't take up enough of that. I mean, there's another option, isn't there? Don't forget, you can redeem Oakcam if at any time the stream becomes too intense and you need to just chill slightly. Feel free to just use your channel points to redeem Oakcam. It is sort of the calming influence on the stream. You were clenching, Enzo. You're clenching. So you also get a workout when you're in my stream. You get to clench. Right. So this is a. What's that? Oh, I'm on delete. There we go. Right, we're going 1 pixel thick. Every little bit's got a billion bits. There you go. So thank you for your billion bits, all of you lovely, lovely people. So when I look at it, I've noticed that actually we need to do something here, don't we? It's got a bit lopsided. Right, now will it actually let me... There we go, it works there. So it doesn't work on the edge of the page. That's what we know now. And then this edge needs a little bit of feathering, like that. And then that there. There we go. Jen, I don't know whether you can do the honours and tell Basil he's a good boy, Otherwise, I'll pop downstairs and tell Basil he's a good boy. Don't know whether Jenna actually is here. I'm glad you like that one, Liam. It's one of my favourites. So we've got one half is looking round now. And then one that's just looking very, very square. So we'll go for that. That one will go double there. Dum, dum, dum. And then double there. Nothing like it. Right, I think we're ready to start the grey. So we need to do an ear. I'm in much more solid ground with this, with the ear. This is more my bag. So in and back out. That's too long. So it's going to come round. That needs to be the light grey though. This is we're doing the outline. And then we go. Let's get the angle. Now we're just going to pause Spotify just for one moment because breaking news. We do have a message here. I'm just going to turn this up. Breaking news.
Hey, Basil. You're a good boy. Katie says you're a good boy.
Play that again without my stream.
Hey, Basil. You're a good boy.
Stream section. Right, hang on. Here we go.
Hey, Basil. You're a good boy. Katie says you're a good boy.
Here we go. No worries, MZ. Go and sort out your wet flap. Okay, so that's maybe too high. Maybe too high. I'm going to start from there. Music back on. There we go. Jen did say last time she's not going to do it every time for you. So, I mean, take that up with your friend. I did say I'd run down and do it. Is that what you want me to do? Basil has clocked off for the day. He is, with the heat, he is very tired in the heat. He has fur. I'm hairy, but I'm not furry. No judgment from me if you are a furry, by the way. We don't kink shame here. You can do whatever you like. If you don't know what a furry is, whatever you do, don't go to Disneyland because you might find out that you are one. And that will get you ejected from the park. For those that don't know, it's people who are attracted to people in furry costumes, like game mascots or Disney dressed up characters. I'm feeling like we might need to move it over. That is not cheating. Not cheating. Let's get it roughly. Right, so we can do something with this side now. I wasn't happy with it, so can get a bit of curve going. Just a bit of marina. I do love marina in the diamonds. One of the funniest things I've ever been involved in is me and Jenna screaming, "I am not a robot." Oh, so you free the pixel nipple? Does we think that's TOS? It's going so well. To that last little move. And then we pop in the highlight. So yeah, Pippa the Penguin, she's available. Don't know what she's available for, but she's available. Look at that eye. Come on, people. That is an eye. You happy with those eyes? Okay, we need to do the nose. And then they perhaps need to be slightly higher. There we go. Right. Then we're going for some pink blush. For the cheek blushes. And the angle for these could be tricky. No accidents. I mean, that looks like an accident. Rain. Is it that far south, Skate? I didn't think it was going to hit that far south. Right, now I know this one's going to be covered by the nose, so that's not an issue. It's not an issue. And nobody can tell me it is. Right, so let's get some of this filled in under here so we can start to see it really take shape. Yeah, we've got yellow storm warning as well, but ours isn't till I think the southwest of our Midlands region is 10 p.m. and then sort of hitting our neck of the woods about midnight. But I mean, I love the sound of a rainstorm, so Basil not so much with the thunder. So I'd imagine he'll be jumping up on the bed, making us too hot tonight. Weirdly, he always wakes Jen up rather than me, so don't know why. Probably because he can't rouse me. And I can't really hear him growling because I've got sleep apnea. The other thing is, Jen, it's a microclimate, so they won't have rain there. Thanks, Sketty, as the official stream football correspondent. I'll leave it up to the mod's discretion whether this is a no sports ball stream. Right. So we've got the makings of the spoink. We need to continue just down that side and underneath. Ah, slow-mo. I took some when we went to stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge at Disney the first time. There was an incredible. It's like as wide as the horizon storm going on, and I felt bad for the animals that were in the Animal Kingdom actually. But and I took some. I just had this phone. It does 4K slow-mo. Oh, it was incredible. Like we saw all sorts of lightning, sheet lightning, fork lightning, ball lightning, everything. It's brilliant. It was like Florida was celebrating that we'd arrived. Right, I just wanna I know I realise I jumped from one task to another. But I just wanna get this colour blocked out so that we're kind of we're finished down to that level if you like. And then I can get the nose in. Which is going to come right underneath the eye. I think the angle's going to do me here, by the look of it, because we need it to peak there, maybe. I think that eye needs to move up. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll be able to get the nose in. Mm. Evening, Peter. Fancy seeing you here. We are just working on Katie's commission. I'm just struggling with the nose. We are trying to draw a Spoink, which is a pig Pokemon. So I think she can use it as an avatar or something. It's not quite a Marbles emote, no, it's a Pokemon one. It could be a marble, couldn't it? It's not far off. Right, let's start. No, that's not what I was trying to do. I'm getting the angle completely wrong here, aren't I? Right. Angle's completely wrong. So I am going to actually, because it doesn't actually touch this one. So I'm going to start from here. Maybe the nipple needs to be bigger. So yeah, I know what you mean. I'm actually probably going to take some of the edge of this off. I'm thinking it's too big that way rather than too small in the middle. Does that make sense? I get what you're saying. I've made this really boxy again. It might be easier to just make it diamond shaped. See, I've started messing with the top again now. Right, that nose doesn't work because that's in the wrong place, so that's moving. Right, and then get the lines back in under the eyes. It's not the colour I picked. Oh, I don't know whether we've done that since you've been in the stream, MZ, but I hope this makes you think of home. Um, yeah, I'll do stuff for people. I'm not streaming. I realised I was being really quiet then. I was concentrating lots. Yeah, I'm not here to, be the next ninja. Um, I'm not here to be the next MZ plays. Although it did feel like I was being paid to shout at people earlier when people kept doing the T-Rex roll and stuff. I did this for fun and to relax and to hang out with you lot. So, yeah, and Sketty's right. Pay with love. Pay with, each one of those channel points is a load of your precious, precious time. And so I'm very privileged that people will just hang, that they feel like this is a nice place to be. Oh, got that last bit wrong there, didn't I? It's going so well. Need to let go of the mouse more often. Right, we will do some highlights and stuff in the grade, but we're just sort of getting the blocking out. Hopefully Katie is appreciating the spoink. Yeah, I realised I went a bit quiet while I was doing the nose because it was. I don't know whether you could tell. I was still not happy with it, by the way, but I'm moving on for reasons. We will come back to it. Something about this corner. Or this corner. One of the corners. Ah, that's lovely visionary soup. Thanks, Gay. Thanks. I think it's getting there. Like I said, we'll do some highlights. We want to try and make it look slightly 3D. As much as the nipple has given us plenty of 3D up the top. Cheers, quite like. Fancy seeing you here. I don't think we're a million miles off. We'll get some shading underneath, and now we need to sort of bottom out his belly and then start on his the bit that gives him the spoink, the springy oink. Let's maybe dip down now. And then we're going to have to start coming across. Right, so I think, that edge needs to be a bit more. That should be that. Right, and then maybe a. Albeit we are going to drop a darker grey in here. Right, there we go. Right. I'm going to go straight across and see what it looks like. Because sometimes you need to work out the angle. And it does need dipping slightly, but not massively. So I'm going to give it I want to give it a 3 gap. That's another 2, isn't it? There we go. And a lot of this pixel art stuff, is try something. Does it work? Now, does that look even? And it doesn't. And the reason it doesn't look even is because it's. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Because he's turned. So because he's turned, and then because of that, we need to change this slightly. And you know what? In order to do that, we need to move the whole lot over. Again, we don't want to crop it. Don't crop it. Hopefully that grabs it all. Yeah. Okay, so we know that's the furthest extent. So we're going to come back up and work on the I'm going to call it a flipper. I don't mean a dolphin. because this needs to be more pointy, and I've still got erase on. So we're going to proper go pointy. I think he needs to be a bit more bulgy, doesn't he? Ooh. Welcome to Weatherwatch. Oh, thank you, Quiet Bloke. I mean, that's the first time in my life I've beaten NASA. But no word of a lie. First time ever. Right, there's a new command. Anyone want to click that as a... What I'm realising is when I get a shout out in Sinjin stream, when I get a shout out in Sinjin stream, all of my clips are too long. All of my clips. So it may well be me falling off a cliff, but because there's so much preamble, I never fall off the cliff. I had that whole one where I said, you've had your freebies. Now I'm charging like a drug dealer. You never got to that bit of clip. So I don't even know what NASA are doing. Am I missing out? Should I be stopping stream and doing some NASA watching? I'm a fan of space. That sounds ridiculous. I am a fan of space. Well, no. I am a fan of space. I've made myself think, yeah, well, no. If there's one thing I know, it's a bulging belly. So, still then, it needs to be more angled down, doesn't it? Right, we're going back into the fin. I'm going to go quite hardcore. Still not long enough. Right, let's go one extra there. One there. Two extra there. And that. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Watchers. Oh, yeah. I knew what you meant, Lenny. Who counts their followers? Not me. You know, why would you count your followers? 116, by the way. 116 followers. That's crazy. Since the 17th of March. 17th of March. Right. Let's give some of this spoink some bounce in its tail. All right, it's coming out of there, which is good. I'll tell you what I've really been enjoying, MZ. I've been dropping into Demonic's E3 streams. Been brilliant. I love his insight into the games. And he's just got that Richard way about him. Right. This is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna adopt a technique I'm calling mirroring. So, if in doubt, use maths. Thank you, Katie. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy your ghost shell and your emotes. 2 months already. That's crazy. Oh, no. I've pressed something there. Pressed something there that I didn't mean to press. No, wrong. This is going to get tricky. Right, so we are going to go. We need to get that slightly darker one. Just a fraction. And then we need an even darker one for as it goes back. So here, it needs to be darker than this, because otherwise it's going to disappear. And we're only talking fractions, look. And then hopefully we can make some sense of it. We might need an even darker one of these. Let's go for that. That's what it looks like. And then we need dark belly as well, don't we? So we'll go for that. Oh. Excellent mouse control. What did the... No, I haven't seen that, Peter. Has he got it on the wall behind him? That's not the... If it's what's behind him on the wall, that's incredible that it's bead art. I was in one of his singing streams as well. That was brilliant. He's just too talented. It's not fair on the rest of us. Right. How's about that? How's about that shading? You tell I'm pleased with it. Thanks, Lenny. Lenny, is it Fat Rain? Is it Straight Down Fat Rain? That's Jenna's favourite, Straight Down Fat Rain. Is Jenna here? Can you confirm, Jenna, do you love Straight Down Fat Rain? We need to know. His singing was great. He was talking about when he was working as in game dev as well. I was finding that fascinating. Right. We need to spoink it up some more. Let's spoink it up some more. I'm gonna bring the dark one round from the back. I mean, that sounds filthy. What am I going on about? Right. Top tier rain. Fat rain. Liam's got fat rain. Liam has fat rain. Jen, we've got fat rain. If someone can plot this, they'd have a map. I mean, I've stupidly picked something with a lot of curves. That's what I'm realising. I'm going there. I think that needs to move down a bit. I think this playlist got some nice music on it. Don't know who any of them are. Got over ambitious and did a drag when I shouldn't have. Alright, how long have we been going? Hour and 30. I mean, it's got a long way to catch. Orlando Rain is the best. But you in Orlando, exactly. Thank you, Visionary Soup. We have got Light Drizzle with Quiet Bloke. That is. These are the updates we need. So we've got Drizzle with Quiet Bloke, but Clarabelle, who I believe, are you in Scotland, Clarabelle? No rain. We've got a gap. It's the mugginess is building here. I don't know whether you can see sweat on my brow. That's very high on the muggy scale. Thanks, Katie. You're going to use this as an emote? I mean, it's the wrong. Did you want this as an emote? Greater Manchester, right? So Drizzle. We've got Drizzle. We're quiet, like we've got. Don't anybody dox themselves. Just postcodes and door numbers. That's all we need. And your bank account details, sort code, account number. Yeah, let's keep up this energy on the smell of rain is just top tier. Smell of wet grass. There is a at Disney World. I don't think it's at Disneyland in California anymore. I think they've now got Soar in California again. But at Disney World, you've got Soaring and you fly over some Indian elephants and some fresh cut grass, which is wet. It smells amazing. And I think Jenna's got what's it called? Candle that smells of it. It's my favourite bit of the ride. I can confirm though they did not accurately recreate the smell of the fountains at Epcot, which is merciful really when you're trapped inside a building with it. Oh, I forgot to change. So it should be that one now. This is another lovely tune. No. We hate Epcot, Jen. I believe it's the correct one. Mumbai, that monsoon season. Wow. I think the craziest rain I've ever seen was St. Lucia, and it went across the end of the bay. Yeah, totally the worst part. So we were in this bay, and at the end of the bay, went past, and it St. Lucia in the Caribbean, and me and my brother were just sat on the beach watching this storm go past the end of the bay, and there was ball lightning, and that was the first time I saw it, and we were drinking God knows what, everything. It was all inclusive. Just watching this storm, we hadn't even got a breeze where we were sat on the beach. Just incredible. But the smell, you could almost smell the ozone. You know, that kind of smell, just amazing. Right, it's the third time I've picked up that colour. So need the darker one, which is there. Then we need to do that. And we're grabbing some of that there, and it's coming out here. And we're going for the darker one coming out. I should really have a look. I'm just freestyling this. There we go. Right, so it does come out to a looser. I can't believe nobody's pointed out one of the rules of the stream. Nobody has pointed out one of the rules of the stream. Oh, there we go. Okay, so everybody, it's getting a little intense. So Katie has requested we just switch across to Oak Cam. And I know Sketty's going to be disappointed. Do you want to tell everyone why you're disappointed, Sketty? This is where the stream delay makes it all good. There we go. No yellow ball. The light's not on yet, Sketty. The light's not on. There we go. Yellow ball for Sketty. Yellow ball for Sketty. And it's also because it's out of focus. There we go. Katie wants the yellow ball. Evening, Lonely God. Fancy seeing you here. It's also out of focus, Jen. I can't help that. It's a really, really shit webcam. But luckily it's doing a picture at all. This is the one that used to just freeze. I've been very remiss, right? I've been very remiss. I've been so concentrating. Firstly, we need to shout out the latest person to be here. Not a professional artist. There's Lenny God. Yeah, can you tell us the rain situation where you are, please, Dave? We need to shout out the high-profile commissioner of our next project. Sorry, Sketty. Empty plays. And we also need to shout out Katie. She was playing Ratchet and Clank. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Off we go. Yeah, awkward how the overlay doesn't load straight away, isn't it? Are we near you? So we'll be completely different. Oh, you're mobile. So Dave is out and about. Drizzle is now actual rain. Quiet bloke bringing the absolute latest updates. That's what we like to see. drizzle in the vicinity of Quiet Bloke. Okay, so we have a spoink for Katie. Katie, are you happy? Have you been in our neck of the woods, Dave? You been to Birmingham today? Katie wants to know if anyone wants a full way. There is a spoink, Dave. I've drawn a spoink for Katie because she likes Pokemon and pigs. Are you happy with your spoink, Katie? Is there any bit of it you would like me to just touch up for you? Which I know is dangerous. You could have popped in for a brew. We're not far from Birmingham International Railway Station. That's as specific as I'm getting. Brum Central. I mean, I was the other side of the city in Quinton, but so I have driven past Brum Central. Something's just made my day because somebody's just come on who we could potentially raid. Although he started 56 minutes ago, so I'm surprised you're all still here. Touch away. Well, no, I want to know if any of it is troubling you. I'm just gonna do that and that and that and that. Ah, thank you. Just off the coast of Eastbourne and Hastings, Liam there. The Medicine Bakery. What's the Medicine Bakery, Dave? It does sound a magical place. Just in case people think that's actually what you look like, Katie. So, just in case. Do you want your name on it? Your streamer tag? I can put text. All right. I mean, we're obviously not with it, Dave. We'll have to Google after the stream, find out what it is. That is, I mean, that's Jenna's there dropping truth. Yeah, I don't need it to be 72. Look, it doesn't need to be 72 because even that is as big as. I actually need it to be about. That's too big. Will it do 6? This is awkward. Escape room, wicked. Streamer tag, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over to one side and I'm going to do it all down one side. So I'm going to put it. We'll do that again in a minute. Leave that there a sec. Please grab all of it. How's that for you? Cheers, Scotty. Right, and then